Black people are going to have to look at the situation as it is, not like you want it to be. Look at it as it is. Start with that. Now, the situation is we are prisoners of war. So when a white person with a gun and a badge or any quote-unquote position of what you might call authority, and anytime you see a white person, you're looking at a position of authority in the system of white supremacy, approaches you with a gun and a badge, meaning some type of authorization to approach you legally, then you go into the prisoner of war mode. You're already a prisoner of war. What would you do as a prisoner of war? And you're approached by a prison guard that's walking up to you with a badge and gun and says, I want to talk to you, or I want you to do something here. I have something that I want you to do. And I am authorized to approach you in the manner that I'm approaching you. Now, what are you supposed to do? You do as any prisoner of war knows what a prisoner of war does if they want to survive. Do what you are told. Don't stand in the middle of the street waving your arms and making an argument and pleading your case or telling them about who you are and what you stand for, and they ain't got a right to do this and ain't got a right to do that. We're going to have to get real about our situation. You can handle this later. This is not a debating team when someone is approaching you with a gun. Yes, I look and see that this person has the means of rendering sudden death within the next 2 seconds. All right? I can be dead. You don't play with that. We got to stop playing with serious situations. We are in a war. We got to act like it. You do as any prisoner of war knows what a prisoner of war does if they want to survive. Do what you are told. Don't stand in the middle of the street waving your arms and making an argument and pleading your case or telling them about who you are and what you stand for, and they ain't got a right to do this and ain't got a right to do that. We're going to have to get real about our situation. You can handle this later. This is not a debating team when someone is approaching you with a gun. Yes, I look and see that this person has the means of rendering sudden death within the next 2 seconds. All right? I can be dead. You don't play with that. We got to stop playing with serious situations. We are in a war. We got to act like it.
Sir, we just came here. Let me explain something to you all again. I personally told you to get on the ground and stay, didn't I? And what did you do when I walked away? So you just did what everybody else did. And what everybody else did was illegal. You did it, and you got caught. They did. Now you're sitting here paying for it. I don't have a problem. That's not my problem. I asked y'all to sit. You became a part of the mob. You could have been the guys that were doing right, and you weren't. So now you're sitting here in trouble. You're going to sit here until we get this figured out.
Moon, let's stop, bro. Let's stop, bro. Break it the fuck out. Oh! Moon! You straight? You straight, Moon? Moon! Oh! Cop, look at my mama. Oh, Lord. Moon! You straight?
What's his name?
Drum doctors. Drum doctors. Drum doctors.
And if you think that it's a game, that you can get in a car and call yourself running from it, you're asking for more of the same of what is inevitable that you will get. This has to be understood. It's not a playground. That should be cemented in every person's head who's classified as black and or non-white, because it's going to continue to happen no matter how many demonstrations are had, how many investigations are had, how many of this. You can go and look at old newspapers going back to the 1910 or whenever. Just pick them up and just finger through any old newspaper and you'll see suspect killed while fleeing, suspect killed while handcuffed, suspect killed while being questioned, suspect killed while running, fleeing. Same story over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But it seems that people don't learn.
So
they don't learn from one day to the next. That's the first mistake.
I understand.
Once you take off running, expect to be killed.
Okay.
That's number one. For whatever reason you're running, once you take off running and somebody's fleeing, you're fleeing from someone who is chasing you, who is supposed to be a law enforcement officer. And you're fleeing that law enforcement officer. Whether you're innocent or guilty, once you make the decision that you are going to run, expect to die within a few minutes.
Now,
that's number one. You should expect to die within a very few minutes. That's you got to have that cemented in your head. Once you make that choice, I'm taking off. They don't have any reason to be doing what they are doing, so I'm taking off. Or even if they have a reason to be doing, expect to die.
Maybe they thought they were going to die.
Because chances are you're going to die.
Okay, now
you have to have that in your mind.